Do you want to learn data scientist skills sitting at home using online free learning resources? In this video, I'm going to talk about 6 months roadmap where we will talk about both technical and soft skills. You have to put 4 hours every day in these studies where 3 hours will be spent in learning technical skills, 1 hour will be spent in learning core skills. I have included a PDF file that contains link of all learning resources along with week by week study plan, exercises and milestones. I myself worked for world's biggest financial data analytics company called Bloomberg here in New York, USA for 12 years, and this roadmap is based on my real life experiences. 2 years back, I published similar roadmap which received more than 500,000 views and many people got a job by following that. This video is 5 times better version of that old roadmap. Here is a roadmap PDF that you can download from video description below. It shows core skills surrounded by tool skills. First 2 weeks you will spend learning Python. Data scientists use Python or R as a programming language. I always suggest people to learn Python because the language is very versatile. But some people use R as well. In Python, you need to know only these many topics during your first 2 weeks, okay? These are the basics of Python. Now, Python has so many topics. So if you spend, let's say, for 6 months just in Python, that's not gonna be wise. So spend only first 2 weeks. And in terms of learning resources, I have this YouTube playlist. So if you click on it, you need to follow first 16 videos. These are very small videos which has coding, exercises, everything, right? So when you watch any video, make sure after watching the video, you try to digest what you have learned and then you work on exercises. These exercises are very, very important. So that would be your assignment for first 2 weeks, okay? And if you open this particular link, let's say read, write files. Here you have this exercise, okay? And there is a solution also. But if you're a sincere student, you will not look at the solution. You'll first try to work on it on your own and then only look at the solution. If you, by the way, look at the solution directly, I have embedded some virus into it. So your computer will start getting a smoke. All right. So make sure you are doing your due diligence. Now, here I have mentioned track B as well. So either you learn from free YouTube videos or you can take my course on codebasics.io for Python. Now, see, while you can learn things for free, if you spend little money and do this course, you will be able to learn things faster. There won't be any ads and there is an end-to-end project as well. I compare this with, let's say you are going to Europe for a vacation. You can use Google Maps and you can go to places. It's going to work. But if you hire a local guide, that person will save you a lot of time, mental headache. So free resources versus paid, that's the difference. Okay. So if you want to save mental headache and kind of have very smooth learning, you can go for a paid course. In terms of assignments, as I said, you will finish all the exercises and then you will create a professional looking LinkedIn profile. Remember, I said that every day 3 hours you are spending for tech skills, but 1 hour you are spending for soft skills. And the LinkedIn is the platform you want to be on. If you're wasting your time on Instagram, Facebook, stop doing that. They are not going to help you in your career. Spend half an hour every day in LinkedIn, okay? And then that journey would start with you creating a nice looking profile. Some people I have seen, they post blurry picture on LinkedIn. You have a phone which can take a pretty good quality picture. So take a nice headshot, put it on your LinkedIn profile, attach appropriate tags such as open to work, etc. Put a nice banner such as data science loading. And that way you will begin the journey of building an online presence, okay? So first 2 weeks are going to be relatively easier, not much workload. The assignments that you have are pretty simple. When you work on this assignment, make sure you are doing check mark. That way you know you are achieving your milestone. Now, one thing I suggest people do is that they do study in group. If you go to gym, let's say you're going alone, it's not much fun. But if you go to gym with a couple of friends, it is much fun and you have that motivation and accountability as well. So you can make buddies in your studies And you can go to my Discord server, go to this partner and group finder chat. There are so many people who form groups here and they study together. That way you're holding each other accountable. Week 3 and 4 should go in learning Pandas data visualization. And when I say data visualization, you will learn either matplotlib or seaborn. You don't need to learn both the libraries. You will typically start with NumPy YouTube playlist because Pandas internally uses NumPy. So it's a good idea to have a good understanding of NumPy. There are just 4 videos which you can finish maybe in 1 or 2 hours. Then you will spend time learning Pandas. For that, I have a YouTube tutorial playlist where you will only look at first 10 videos and that's it. This playlist received close to 2 million views. And I have explained all Pandas concepts in a way that even a high school student can understand it easily. Pandas is a library where data scientists spend their time doing data cleaning, data exploration. You have heard that, right? 80% of the time, data scientists will spend in doing data cleaning and data exploration. So that's where this Pandas library come in play. So it's a very important skill. Matplotlib allows you to do data visualization. For that also, I have a nice 6-7 videos tutorial playlist, which again, you can finish in less than 2 hours. Now, once you have learned NumPy's, Pandas and matplotlib, you need to now spend time on your core skills, which is LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, I'm suggesting that you start following 2 influencers. So Daliana Lu, she's a data science influencer. She was a data scientist at Amazon and she writes very nice, meaningful posts which will help you learn technical skills as well as soft skills associated with data science career. You can go to her profile and click on see show this all activity and start reading all these posts. Okay. And these posts will be, all right, let's say she interviewed this person who was her colleague at AWS, right? So this is a data scientist working at Amazon, talking about their experiences. Then she talks about various, career related aspects of data science career as well. So you can start following these influencers. The other influencer is Hemanand Vadivel, who is a data analytics manager. He's also my business partner. He spent more than 5 years working at Edgewell Europe and he was a data analytics manager. So he has done some serious industry work. And if you look at his advice on LinkedIn, it is super amazing. So for example, if you're learning a tool without knowing how it is applied, then you're doing it wrong, right? So all these posts are allowing you to learn new skills. And more importantly, if you start engaging, let's say I start commenting on it, what will happen is when you engage, you can interact with other data analysts who are working in the industry. Let's say Arun Pal, he's a data analyst working at this industry. Or let's say you look at any Daliana Lu's post, you will find so many data scientists who are commenting on her post. So when you, let's say I reply to this person is a data scientist. Now I'm kind of building a connection with that person. And if we have a few such interactions, and then if I send him a LinkedIn request, he'll probably accept it. And then we have built now online friendship. Tomorrow, when I'm looking for a job, and let's say this person's company has an opening, this person will not mind to refer you. And whenever someone is referring you, it becomes very easier. You'll at least get an interview call. I was at Bloomberg for 12 years and NVIDIA for a few years. And I was myself in the interview panel. So when I was interviewing so many people, if someone from my team suggests me that, okay, this is the profile you should interview, I would schedule an interview call usually. So referrals goes a long way. Another benefit of meaningfully commenting on LinkedIn post is that you will be learning and you will be doing brainstorming with other people. All right. So I have highlighted both the benefits here. Remember that online presence is a new form of resume. Okay. There are some people who don't have resume and their online profile is so strong, they will get an interview call from the companies and usually they get selected. So once again, online presence is a new form of resume. Now, in terms of business and soft skills, remember that in the diagram that we saw earlier, business understanding is one of the most important core skills for a data scientist. And to build a business understanding, there are few YouTube channels that I would suggest you follow. For example, this one, right? Think School. So this channel, this particular video is about how Amul, which is a dairy company in India, they beat the competition during COVID times. So this person will do the thorough business case study. It's almost like a business case study where he will explain everything from data analytics, data science kind of point of view. He'll put various numbers. He will explain basic concepts related to a particular business in a very simple language. So by watching these case studies, you are building your business understanding. Another thing you need to do is you can go to Discord and you can start asking questions. Okay. So for example, I have this Discord server, and Discord server is basically like a group chat where there are thousands of people. For example, in my server, there are 20,000 people. Okay. And if you have question related to Python, you can go to this and you can ask the question. And there are so many community members. For example, Python_guy, this guy is very useful. He will generally answer. And there are so many other people also who will help you. So you can start asking questions in a meaningful way. Now, look, asking question is an art. Okay. And I have talked about that in my LinkedIn post. So how should you ask question? Don't ask for spoon feeding, right? Don't just say,
I'm facing this problem. Can you help me?
If you post this kind of question, people don't want to help you. But if you say,
I'm stuck here despite trying XYZ. Any tips for further troubleshooting?
Here you're not asking for spoon feeding. Here you are asking for a direction, and you have tried XYZ. That shows that you have done your due diligence. Okay. So asking question is an art, and that is another important soft skills that you need to learn by participating in Discord. In terms of assignment, you need to comment on at least 10 data science related LinkedIn posts, and your comment should be meaningful. Don't just say,
nice post, thanks.
Don't just say that, okay? Write a meaningful comment where you are expressing your genuine thoughts related to the content in that particular LinkedIn post. The other assignment is you need to note down the key learnings from 3 case studies. So you can use Think School, you can use any other YouTube channel of your preference, and note down a summary of key learnings from the 3 business case studies and share that with your friend who is part of your group. Remember, I said that in Discord, you can go to partner and group finder channel, make a group, and in that group, you can have weekly Zoom call and you can check in, and say, okay, this is the case study I looked at and these are the learnings. And then you can discuss it as a group. You will spend week 5 to 8, which is 1 month time period, in learning statistics and math for data science. For this, I highly recommend Khan Academy's statistics and probability course. This is a free website. You don't see any ad, nothing. And you can study various concepts related to statistics and probability. For example, interquartile range. Now, this is the approach that data scientists use for removing outliers. And here you have nice, very easy to understand videos. And along with the videos, you will have this kind of interactive exercises, all right? You're getting all this for free. So all you need is willpower and a determination to learn things. If you look at the whole course, it covers a lot of required concepts that you need for data science, such as z-scores, percentiles, right? Various forms of distributions, probability, random variables, sampling distributions, significant test, and so on. Now, while you are following that course, if you have any questions or let's say some idea is not clear, you can go to StatQuest YouTube channel. This is a popular YouTube channel for statistics. Let's say you don't understand histograms. So here he has explained histograms very clearly. Josh Tamer is a very good teacher and he visually explains concepts in a way that you will immediately get it. Once you have finished this course, Khan Academy's course, you can follow my playlist for math and statistics for data science on YouTube. Now, this playlist talks about some of those concepts, but the difference here is that you will see Python code as well, right? So here I'm explaining, let's say, mean, mode, percentile, etc. But then I will do Python coding using those same concept. Not only that, you will have an exercise as well. So if you go to video description and look at the exercise, there will be a problem statement and there will be a solution link as well. So this way you are kind of practicing the concepts that you have learned. So the assignment for you in this month will be finishing all the exercises in that particular playlist and then performing EDA, which is exploratory data analysis, on at least 3 data sets on Kaggle. Now, if you're learning data science, you have to know Kaggle. You can't survive without Kaggle. This is a website where you can find variety of data sets, you can find code, discussions, etc. So let's say if I go here and if I, exploratory data analysis, if I type this, I will find a lot of notebook, Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook is basically your Python code where people have done exploratory data analysis. So here you can download your data. This is, let's say, cardio good fitness data that you can download. You can perform data analysis using the statistics skills that you have learned in this month, as well as Pandas skills that you have learned previously. Okay. And you can also look at the solutions which other people have posted. So this way you are kind of having guided learning. Let's say if you get stuck, there are solutions, there are notebooks available. For example, this person has done analysis of treadmill users. You will see the whole Python code, the whole notebook, where he did all this data visualization and so on. Week 9 to 12, one more month you will spend in learning machine learning. Here in machine learning, the important concepts are regression, classification, clustering, feature engineering, and so on. For this, there is one stop resource, which is YouTube playlist that I have. If you look at this playlist, this has received more than 2 million views. You can read the comments in the videos. You will know why this playlist is very popular. I am explaining machine learning in a very, very simple language. Even high school student can understand it easily. And then I have concepts, Python code, and exercises too. So it's a complete package. In this playlist, you need to follow first 21 videos because after 21 videos, there are projects. And here you will learn the basics of machine learning, right? Like linear regression, gradient descent, how to split data into train test, various classification techniques, clustering techniques, and so on. I also have a feature engineering playlist, which has only 4 videos, which is probably more than enough. And then you need to know about some project management tools. All right. So in this 1 month, you're spending 3 hours every day, right? So that will go in machine learning, but every day you're spending 1 hour in soft skills. So that 1 hour will go in learning project management. Now, in majority of the companies, people use Agile as a project management methodology. And in Agile, there are 2 main techniques, Scrum and Kanban. For Scrum, I suggest that you see all the videos on this particular website. These videos do not have any ad, and you can watch all these videos in, I think, less than 1.5 hours. Okay. Very easy to learn. The second technique is Kanban, for which I have included one video. And Kanban is really simple technique, so I can explain you right now. For example, this is the real data analytics dashboard that I have for my own company, Atlic. And here you have 4 swim lanes. Swim lanes means the first one is to do. So all the tasks that we want to do in our company will, or on a project, given project, will list them down here. Okay. But now we need to prioritize them. And we can't work on all the tasks, right? So we pick high priority items and we move them into in progress status. And when we move in progress status, you can actually assign someone. So let's say I want Loki Lal to work on this particular project. And when this task is assigned, it is in progress. Now this person will work on it. Whenever task is complete, they will move it to test status. And in test, either the QA person or someone from product will test that feature. And once it is tested, they will move it to done. So it is just, progressing step by step. This is Kanban. This is called Kanban board. People use Jira, Notion, variety of tools. There are 100 tools available where you can do project management. The one that I showed here is a very popular software called Jira, When I was at Bloomberg, we were using Jira all the time. In terms of assignments, you need to complete all the exercises in the machine learning playlist. Okay, so that is number one. You need to then work on 2 Kaggle notebooks related to ML. So once again, if you go to kaggle.com, you can go to code, datasets. So if you look at all the dataset, let's say I want to look at the dataset on classification. Okay. And in the classification, you have mobile price classification, for example. Now see, so many people have submitted their code. And if you look at any notebook here, let's say this one is using random forest. Here in the code, you will find, so this is data, and in the notebook, you will find the actual code. So see, sklearn random forest. So that is something that they have used. So I want you to look at 2 data sets and build ML solution. So you will be building basically Jupyter notebook to solve that particular problem. And what you can do is you can take one classification problem and one regression problem. The third exercise you have is you will write 2 LinkedIn posts on whatever you have learned in your ML and even Pandas journey. Okay. In the LinkedIn, you can say, okay, I went through ML lectures and I learned these many things, and you can ask your friends to engage. Sometimes, some data scientists working in some company will comment on your learning. Maybe they will correct you. They will give you advice. So that way you're building connection and learning at the same time. The fourth exercise you have is go to Discord and help with at least 10 questions. Now, when you help others with their questions, you get a huge benefit. Now, don't think that you have to be expert in that. When I was at Bloomberg, I was part of our Discord group, internal Bloomberg's Discord group. And if someone posts a question and if I don't know the answer, what I used to do is I will spend my time in finding the answer for that person. This way, first of all, I have learned that concept. So in the future, if I am facing that error, I know the solution. So my technical knowledge got very solid. Second, when I help someone, that person will feel thankful. Okay. So I built a good relationship with people. So what can happen is Discord, let's say you are helping someone and let's say that person gets a job, is working as a data scientist. Tomorrow, if you're looking for a job, that person will be willing to help you because you help them. So these are the 4 assignments that you need to complete and check mark once you have completed them. Then in next 3 weeks, you will work on 2 machine learning projects. One is a regression project. The other one is a classification project. So for regression, I have this YouTube playlist for Bangalore property price prediction, where we built an end-to-end project. Okay. Where we covered data cleaning, feature engineering, model building, Python Flask server. We even created a website and then deployed it to AWS. Now, if you look at this particular first video, you will notice that the website that we built, what it would do is you can enter, square foot, bath, how many bedrooms, location. And when you click on estimate price, it will tell you what is the price of a given property. This is truly end-to-end project, something you would do in the industry. We cover deployment and everything. Okay. And we have the entire GitHub repository with the code and everything. So if you check video description, you are going to find code and everything. So it's a guided project where you're getting all the help. The second project is a classification project where we did spot celebrity image classification. Here we covered data collection, data cleaning, feature engineering, once again deploying it to AWS and so on. And this project is interesting if you love sports, especially because we classified all these 5 celebrities. You can use your own favorite sports celebrity, or maybe let's say you want to do movie star image classification or the classification for your friends and family. You can do that as well. Code and everything is given. So the assignment that you will have is, first of all, instead of using Flask, you will use Fast API. So Fast API is a latest web framework which is better than Flask. So I suggest you use Fast API in this project. And for Fast API, I have this one video. It's super easy to learn. So if you watch this, less than 20-minute video, you will understand what fast API is. The second assignment you have is, instead of property price prediction, take any other problem statement from Kaggle, but that has to be related to regression. Okay. And the third one is for classification. Once again, you can do classification of any other image data set, or if you want to do person classification, maybe you do friends and family image classification, and then deploy it to AWS or Azure. So this way, you are building a unique project for your resume. Whenever you add these end-to-end projects on your resume, they are going to make a solid impression on interviewers' mind. But you don't want to blindly copy someone's project, correct? You want to add your own customization, and these are all the customization idea that I have given here. Next 2 weeks will go in learning SQL. As a data scientist, when you are building a machine learning model or doing exploratory data analysis, the first thing you need to do is connect with a data source and pull necessary data in your Jupyter notebook or Python code. Often, organizations will have their data in a relational database. And whenever you have data in relational databases like Oracle, MySQL, Microsoft SQL Server, etc., you need to know SQL, because using SQL queries, you will be pulling the data. In SQL also, you don't need to know the whole world. You need to know only these many concepts. Don't go into craziness of triggers and indexes and all those things, because data scientists do not do that. Data scientists are mainly reading the database. Okay. So for that reason, you need to know all these concepts. Once again, Khan Academy has a nice course. There is another website called w3schools.com where you can learn SQL. The third resource is SQL Bold, where you can interactively practice. For example, here I can say select me all the movies where year is equal to 1995, and on fly it is changing the results. So I pretty much love this website. Now, while you can learn from free resources, your learning will be limited, because SQL Bold, for example, it doesn't go into all the concepts in detail. W3 School has all different concepts, but there is no structured learning. So if you want to spend little money and get a structured learning, especially in terms of SQL for data professionals, then I have this course. Now, all the reviews on this course, by the way, they are real. I don't make up reviews just to increase my course sales. And the beauty about this course is that we have used industry style end-to-end projects. So this Atlic hardware project that we have included has 1.5 million records. And as I said before, I have 12 years of industry experience working with Bloomberg. I have my own data analytics and software company where we work on client projects. Based on that industrial knowledge, we have built this course, and all the explanations are super easy to understand. At the same time, you have a lot of exercises, quizzes as well. And then there is movie style learning so that you don't get bored, right? We are using this Peter Pandey concept, where Peter Pandey is the most wanted data scientist, and we are walking you through the journey of that person, and that journey resembles your journey. So you can check it out. In terms of core and soft skills, see, presentation skills is very important for a data scientist, because data scientists will do their work in Jupyter Notebook or whatever tool they're using. Then they will make a nice presentation and they will tell their data story to project stakeholders. Here, having a good presentation skills is extremely helpful. And for this, I recommend you watch just one video. You don't need to watch anything else. Just this one video is enough. Watch this video maybe 3 times and try to incorporate all these concepts that he has taught in your PowerPoint presentation. In terms of assignment, you need to practice at least one resume project. Okay, so now codebasics.io is my website where we are scheduling project challenges every month. These are all free. Anyone can participate. And in these challenges, we give a real life data set and problem statement. For example, this one is in FMCG domain. This one is in hospitality. This one is in telecom domain. Now we have connections with industry experts. For example, for hospitality domain, we consulted with a person from Oyo Rooms. Oyo Rooms is a big hotel chain in India and Asia, and we got inputs from that person and created this data set, this problem statement. So while working on this project, you are getting understanding of that particular business. It could be hospitality, telecom, retail, whatever. And then you will work on this particular challenge, and then you will post on LinkedIn whatever you have created. So you might have created, let's say, Power BI dashboard. We are going to also start SQL challenge in few weeks. So by the time you're following this roadmap, SQL challenge will be up and running on this website. And when you post your learning or your submission on LinkedIn, what will happen is people will start engaging. So I'm just showing you a sample post, by the way. So Satya, she posted this resume project challenge related LinkedIn post. And here, see, so many people interacted, 206, even I interacted. Now, my LinkedIn network has more than 100,000 followers. So when I am commenting or liking this post, this will show up in the feed of all those 100,000 people. And those people might be HR managers or data analytics managers. They might contact you for an interview. We spotted talent from Satya, and look at her profile now. She's hired in our company. So we hired total 4 people who were participating in this challenges, and we hired them without the interview. Now this might be surprising for you, right? How can you hire a person without the interview? We hired them and we are happy with their performance, because when we looked at their LinkedIn activity, number one, we are getting clues on their written communication. Okay. So just by reading this post, you can get some clues on written communication. By watching their video presentation, some people even record a video and post it. You can get an idea on their presentation skills, their verbal English skills. And the same people were participating in Discord. So we got a lot of understanding of their people skills, their, like team skills and so on. And when you look at their dashboard, you're obviously getting idea on their technical skills. So this is very, very important. Make sure you don't skip this particular assignment. The other benefit is that the top 10 or 20 performers in this resume challenge, we send their profiles to selected employers with whom we have a relationship with. Okay, so we have a lot of industry contacts in my company, Core Basics, and we send these profiles to those employers. So these people are going to get multiple interview calls. I also write specific LinkedIn post on these people. So let's say these 10 people were the winners, okay, in the project challenge. So I wrote this particular LinkedIn post. Now what happens is, once again, so many people interact. See, 60,000 impressions. So your profile is going to 60,000 impressions. So again, you're building this online presence. Week 18 to 20, you should focus on BI tool, either Power BI or Tableau. Now, people have this confusion. Should I learn Power BI or Tableau? If you ask me, I always suggest Power BI, because there is this third-party research company called Gartner, and they did some research and found that Microsoft is leading the game. Recently, Tableau, they announced job cut as well because they're not doing good. And Microsoft is penetrated so deeply into so many organizations. Power BI is going to be a clear leader. So there'll be more Power BI jobs in the future. They are already increasing. So learn Power BI. Now you have two options, track A, track B. Track A is free, where you can follow these 3 playlists, and these are project-based Power BI learning playlist. The first one is Sales Insights. Now this playlist has helped many people get a job. So I want to just show you one LinkedIn, Abbas Rivasta. He said that your Sales Insight project series helped me in getting a job. Trust me, I have so many people who have sent me this message. So this playlist was created by me and my friend Hemanan. We both have real industry experience, and this kind of outlines how the project is executed in the industry. So you can learn using these 3 projects. The second one is your personal finance dashboard, where you maintain your personal income, expenses, etc. And the third one is HR data analytics project. Now here we have used real life data set. So Atlic is my company. We have more than 70 employees, and we used employee presence data. We masked certain confidential fields, and then we used that data. We invited HR manager of my company here, and we did this project. So these are the 3 projects to learn for free. If you want to spend some money and you want to have smooth and like high quality learning, see, free resources are also high quality, but this is like super high quality learning, then you can follow this Power BI course. Once again, all the reviews, folks, are real. We are very honest here, and we don't play all marketing gimmicks like sales offer, this offer, that offer. The pricing is really good. This course is worth 30,000-40,000 rupees actually, and we are selling it for only 2,000 rupees. So 1/10 the price, very affordable. We have completed end-to-end project. We have covered a lot of project management, project planning nuances, how a kickoff meeting goes, for example, when you're working in the industry, how various stakeholders discuss various aspects. And then we build a super amazing dashboard that solves a real life problem basically. And this project covers business domain knowledge, technical learning, soft skills. It's like a complete package. You'll see resume interview tips, deployment, all of this. And this deployment, etc., those things you won't see in the free tutorial playlist. You can learn Tableau as well. As I said before, I would go for Power BI, but let's say if you have some reason to learn Tableau, I have project playlist in Tableau as well. In terms of assignment, you will participate in one more resume project challenge on my website, codebasics.io. We already talked about it. And then you will post your submission, this time using video presentation. So previously, you can post submission without video presentation. This time, use video presentation. For example, this is a post by Naveen. He outlined whatever he did in this project as a text post, and then he created this particular video presentation. Okay. And if you look at this video presentation, he explained the problem statement as if he's presenting this to business stakeholders. And then he showed his solution. It's like a project demo. And then he outlined all the insights that he generated out of this project. Okay. So by watching Naveen's post, actually, we detected his talent and we hired him in our company. So once again, data analyst at Atlic Technologies. So this person is hired in our company and we did not take an interview. We just had a normal phone call. We talked about a few other things, but we did not ask any technical questions. So these resume project challenges and LinkedIn posts are going to be beneficial to you. You can continue participating in Discord server. Once again, make sure you're working on these exercises and check marking all these boxes. Learning all these things is like learning swimming. If you watch a video of someone swimming, you're not going to learn it. You have to jump in the pool. Similarly, check marking these items is like jumping the pool and practicing. Week 21 and 24, the last month in your journey, you should learn deep learning. Now, you might be thinking there are so many things to learn, but data scientist's role is such that it requires diverse set of skills. If you look at any data science job, specific job, you will realize that they might not be using all the skills. There are data scientist jobs where you use only Excel and Power BI. So it's more like a data analyst job, but they call it data scientist. There are jobs where you are using Python and some form of machine learning, but you don't use deep learning. Then there are other jobs where you are using mainly deep learning. Okay. But I'm telling you all these diverse skills so that when you're applying for the job, you get an interview call if you have all these diverse skills. Eventually, what will happen is once you start working on the industry, you will do specialization in 2 or 3 skills and you will focus only on that. So although it looks like you're learning too many things, this is like you're setting your general base. And then that way you can get interview calls, you can get your first job. And after that job, you will specialize or you will focus on few technologies out of all that I have mentioned here. Now, talking about deep learning, I have this YouTube playlist. Again, very popular, more than 1.5 million views. You can follow all the videos in this playlist, right? So I talk about a lot of different deep learning related concepts, starting from a very, very beginner phase. And I have used TensorFlow but people use PyTorch as well. But this playlist will be useful to you anyway, because some of these videos have nothing to do with TensorFlow or PyTorch. For example, what is neuron? What is neural network? So I'm talking about general deep learning concepts. So doesn't matter you're using PyTorch or TensorFlow, you can still follow it. This playlist also has concepts, coding, and exercises. Then you can work on end-to-end potato disease classification project. This is also one of the popular projects on YouTube where you are building a mobile application. So let me just show you. So the application will look something like this, where you will open the application, you will take a picture of a potato plant, and you will send a message. Now it will call backend, and backend will have a machine learning model which will do image classification, and it will tell you if this potato disease has a disease. See, this one has an early blight disease. Early blight is the name of the potato disease. So you're building this application, it is truly end-to-end project where you are using convolutional neural network. So you start with data collection, pre-processing, you're building model, then using fast API as a web backend, building website, building also a React native application. And then you're deploying this model to Google Cloud. So previously we used AWS. Now you are using Google Cloud. So that way you are getting understanding of different cloud platforms. As an assignment, instead of potato plant images, you can use tomato plant images. So the same data set that I have given in that project has tomato plant and I think green pepper plant images also. So just use that. Okay. Instead of GCP, deploy it to Azure. Okay. That way you're not blindly copying the project. You're using that project as a template, as a guide, but you're building your own unique project, which is going to look very good on your resume. And once again, create a presentation of whatever you have learned and post that presentation on LinkedIn. Now see, in this 6 months, you have learned all the fundamental skills required for data scientists. So you have built a very strong base, but your learning journey should not stop there. I'm still learning every day. I spend 1 or 2 hours in learning new things. So week 25 onwards, your focus should be doing more and more projects. Don't try to learn this fancy framework. Let's say if you learn TensorFlow, don't try to learn PyTorch. I mean, if you learn one framework is good enough. Don't try to learn all these new concepts. Instead, focus on projects. So build more projects. Focus on building online brand. LinkedIn, participate in Kaggle competition, build a good rank, by the way. By having good rank on Kaggle, people have got a job. Let me show you. So I interviewed Tanul Singh, who was a mechanical engineer actually. So if you say code basics, mechanical engineer to ML engineer, you will find a video, this particular video, where Tanul Singh was a mechanical engineer. He kept on participating in Kaggle, and based on that, he got a job as a data scientist. See, he did not have computer science degree. On mechanical engineering degree, his first job is directly data scientist. He, I think, got multiple job offers because he had a good rank on Kaggle. Similarly, Discord, be active in Discord, do open source contribution. These are excellent things. These are more important than your resume. Now, resumes are dying, but they're not dead yet. So if you want to prepare a resume, I have a nice video. I have given some templates you can download and you can fill in your information. I myself was an interviewer for a long time. So these are based on my real interviewer experiences. Then job application and success. Okay. So I hope you can follow this roadmap. You can get success in building a data scientist career. Now, I want to talk about very important topic here, which is tips of effective learning. The mistake that people make nowadays is they are lost in abundance. Abundance means if you go to YouTube, you find so many videos on data science learning, right? You find so many videos on machine learning and so on. People watch one video, then second video, then they go towards data science blog. They keep on watching this, consuming information. You should consume less information and you should digest more. Okay. So let's say I watch one video on doing classification using random forest. After you have watched the video, put away all your distraction and try to digest the information. Okay. So digesting is number one. Second, implement. Write code, implement, see how it works. Third, once you have implemented, share it with your friends. You already made a group, right? I have mentioned using partner and group finder, you have already made a group. In your group, try to share your learning or go to Discord. And if someone has a question and if you know the answer, try to help them. When you help them, your understanding becomes solid in your brain. So spend less time in consuming information, which is input, more time in digesting, implementing, sharing. This tip can set you apart from rest of the crowd. 99% of people are spending more time in input, less time in output. You should spend more time in output, less time in input. I have few career transition stories which I have highlighted here. You can watch it for inspiration. For example, I interviewed a petroleum engineer who became a data scientist. Now, this person's story highlights that domain knowledge is very important. There's a company called Halliburton, which is a petroleum company based in US. When they were hiring, they specifically were looking for petroleum engineers because for any company, domain knowledge is super important. So if you're a petroleum engineer, or let's say you have supply chain degree, or let's say this person, he had a degree in geology, he got a direct data science job offer because that domain knowledge is very important. Sometimes people want to become data scientists. They say, oh, my old experience will go in waste. No, that is a solid base you can use to get a job. Now, coming to advanced topics, you will see many people saying that, oh, you need to learn ML ops, you need to learn NLP, computer vision. In my opinion, these are all advanced concepts. I agree. There are jobs where they hire data scientists for NLP specifically. And if you want to learn NLP, once again, I have a nice playlist. You can watch comments and views and you will understand the quality of these tutorials. This has again concept, coding, exercise, everything, the whole package. But the reason I'm calling it advanced topics is you don't want to get overwhelmed by learning so many different topics. See, whatever you learned in 6 months is already more than enough. It's too much information. You don't want to start another NLP playlist or ML ops playlist and just put all that bulk of information in your brain. Therefore, I would suggest, unless you have mastered those 6 topics, don't look at these. Look at these whenever you have finished those and you are getting some extra time. All right. Once again, this PDF is included in the video description. Now, folks, I'm putting a lot of effort in building these videos, these roadmaps. I left my very high paying job, which I had at Bloomberg, New York, and I'm helping community. I'm building my business, pursuing my passion for teaching. I would be very thankful if you can click on that thumbs up icon. Also subscribe to my channel because so many people who are watching the channel, they are not subscribed. So subscribe to channel, click on thumbs up icon. And if possible, share this video with your friends. So you can share it on WhatsApp. You can also share it on Facebook. The most important place to share this is LinkedIn. So you can go to LinkedIn and just say, hey, I watched this video. I found it to be useful. If you are learning data science, follow this roadmap. Do this if you find this video to be useful. If you don't find it to be useful, then let me know in the comment. If you find it too useful, then also let me know in the comment. But don't sit idle. Give me the feedback and help me reach more and more people. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best.